Hi everyone. I wanted to come on here and give you an update. Since my friend passed, it's been pretty rough. Not gonna lie. I took a couple of days to kind of grieve a little bit and really feel my feelings and stuff like that. I said it before and I'm going to say it again. I am extremely grateful for having such a great support system. Everybody's been really wonderful about letting me just feel my feelings and get them out, and they've been really understanding about how this has been bringing up a lot of other feelings. I've talked to my therapist today, and she even said, you've been through a lot of loss, and I really have. I'm not going to deny that, and I'm not going to, I'm not going to play it out like it's less than what it actually is. It's been devastating each time I've lost somebody who was really close to me. And it triggers a lot of feelings from, people that I have lost before. And also triggered a lot of memories and things like that. I was I was actually talking to a friend today about like useless information and how hey, sometimes useless information has helped me win a couple of arguments. My late husband, Greg, would sit there and I forgot what I was doing at the time, but I was doing something to annoy him, and he goes, "You do that again, and I'm gonna play the Star Spangled Banner on the horn with your head." And I looked at him, and I was like, "You can't. Horns only play at an F flat." I can't remember if it was like an F flat or an E flat, but it still helped me win the argument. But no, it's felt really great. You know, being able to express myself without having to suppress my feelings and things like that. Of course, distractions can kind of help sometimes, when you're looking, especially good distractions, like positive ones. It's, just remembering, focusing on, beautiful things. I love sunsets and sunrises. They, because no two are ever exactly alike. And, I just, focusing on that and, my kids and things of that sort. I have 10 kids. I only gave birth to 3. I'm not a slip and slide, but but I do have my late husband came with 6 more kids, and then just kind of kept adopting after that, and but it's and of course having them around has been absolutely phenomenal. They remember memories and stuff like that they had with their dad, and I love talking about them. It makes it really great. And it's nice to know. I heard one time that you actually die twice. The first time when you physically die, and the second time is the last time someone says your name. And so I love the thought that Greg is still he's still with us, especially in our hearts. But I mean, the real reason I wanted to come on today was to actually talk about the word fail. My sister and I were kind of talking, and she sent me a meme that said, I have failed as a friend, a daughter, and it went off to say, but this is the way that I grow, and that is so true. It's, Brene Brown says, if you're brave with your life, you're going to know failure. And that means so much to me, because the word failure has such a negative connotation, and it really shouldn't, because that's the only way you learn and grow and truly ascend, and that's the only way that you can grow. I mean, and that means that you're actually putting yourself out there, that you're taking chances, that you're taking risks. And that is commendable. That is amazing. More people should do that, especially if it's something that will help others. It reminds me of one time that Greg was working security at, oh goodness, it was one of the racetracks in Colorado. The race was starting, and they had just had an event, and this kid was still out on the track, and he actually rushed out and saved the kid and everything like that. And I mean, it was extremely heroic, but he was the only security guard that did that. I don't know if none of them saw it, but I mean, one of the things that I usually say about him is, yes, he did pass young, or he did die young, but man, did he live. And I mean, he had epilepsy, so, but he didn't let it limit him. That's one of the things that I absolutely loved about him. He was the singer in an underground band in Colorado. He was a published author. He did MMA for 10 years. And, he did take risks, and he took, the initiative to put himself out there and do the things that he really wanted to do. So, I mean, as well as he may have died young, he really lived. And I want to be that way. I really do. And then, honestly, that's one of the reasons I'm on here, is just because, I want to put myself out there. I want to be brave. And, it takes a lot to be vulnerable on, a platform as well, as wide as this, as, publicized as this, but it's worth it, even if I only help one person, that would make it completely worthwhile to me. It was the same reason I went on the Dr. Phil show, was just to put myself out, to get my message out there. That's the main thing. I want to be able to share and inspire hope and love and joy with this life. There's a lot of people out there who have gone through what I've gone through, and I want to be able to inspire that hope that you can be happy again. Even after something extremely traumatic happens, you really can be happy. And I mean, one of the things that helps with that is, celebrate your achievements. Be enlightened. Be happy about it. Toot your own horn. I mean, you deserve to. Look at what you've accomplished. It's awesome, And the other thing is, enjoy the little things, for any Zombieland fans out there, it's rule number 32. But, yeah, truly appreciate the small things, the little things that just make you smile or giggle or laugh or feel love or even feel content. I mean, Greg always used to say, shoot for content and let happiness happen. And that's truly rewarding in and of itself. And especially in this society that is just constantly like pushing, keep moving, keep producing, keep going and stuff like that. If you find those like small moments, celebrate them, like I said, my idea of heaven is a cup of tea and a nice soft blanket and some really good TV. And it's perfect. It's beautiful. It feels amazing, and I mean, I will say that the healthier things usually feel much better, like I mentioned before, after losing as much as I did, I kind of fell down the rabbit hole. And, but the thing that I found about that was all it did was numb. It didn't really make me happy. And granted, it didn't really make me sad, but it just numbed. And to me, that didn't bring me happiness. The happiness is being healthy and feeling good in and of yourself. And that can be done without numbing agents, So, I hope this resonates with somebody, and I hope it helps somebody. And let me know how you're doing. Like I said, I do care. Let me know if there's anything that I can help you with. So, thank you. Take care of yourself today. Please show yourself some self-love, because you are worth it.